A family talent can be a great thing to pass down from generation to generation. Dr. Kevin Odell, owner of Odell Family Chiropractic, is a third-generation chiropractor. Chiropractic practices became a staple in the Odell family after his great-grandfather became ill in the 1930s.
The Odell Family Chiropractic tradition has been in our family for the past, since 1936, the clinical practice of chiropractic. Chiropractic in our family first began in 1934 when my great-grandfather, he had a very serious health condition, which not only debilitated him, but pretty much put him on his deathbed. They owned a farm in Cass City in Michigan. And from a big farm guy down to lost half of his body weight and bedridden, couldn't get out of bed. And my grandfather had a friend who he was the eldest of 5 brothers. And being the oldest brother at 16 years old, and their father dying, and they expected him to go, they did everything from pulling his teeth, thought maybe he had a gum infection, to the heart condition, toxemia, blood. They didn't know what was wrong with him. But a friend of my grandfather's said, "Why don't you try a chiropractor?" And my grandfather, Dr. Clare, he never heard of a chiropractor, but there was one in the city, in Cass City, and luckily they tried the chiropractor. He had gotten an x-ray of his neck and gotten a few specific neck adjustments, and it literally saved his life. And over a few weeks, as he started to get out of bed and rise again and walk again, regain his weight and his composure, and then it was a miracle. The family saw a health miracle. So then my grandfather at the time, who was wondering what he was going to do with his life, being on the farm, he knew right then that he was going to help people through the service of chiropractic, help people get well. Chiropractic care across the board can help everybody and anybody with a spine in general, as we all are vulnerable to the need because of life and injury and gravity and posture and work. It tends to break us down, and chiropractic can save a life sometimes, like it did in our family, or it can help you get well, or it can help you keep up and keep feeling better. So people use it across the board, from wellness to maintenance to relief to more serious conditions.
After years of family chiropractic practices in the Odell family, Dr. Kevin Odell opened up his own office in 2003, which is located on Southfield Road in Lathrop Village. Since then, Dr. Odell, along with other chiropractic doctors in his firm, have successfully treated patients ranging from infants to the elderly.
From infants on up, and in fact in utero. I've had patients who were in breech presentation in the mother's womb, and they were scheduled for a C-section, and within 1 or 2 adjustments the baby turned. So in my eyes, that baby was getting adjusted too. And of course, from the birth process on, they need to be checked. Just the birth itself can be so traumatic, and so newborns all the way up. There's absolutely no age restriction, from the youngest to the oldest. If you have a spine, we can help you, and you should be checked to make sure there are no interferences in that system.
Well, I originally came in for just lower back discomfort, started getting adjusted, and went to the doctor for my regular physical, and I was told that I was pregnant. Not even knowing, I just was having problems with my back. Everything was normal, and I just started having problems with my back. And so they said, well, you're pregnant. So I just started coming in from there. I talked to Dr. Odell. I said, is it going to affect the baby by me getting adjusted? And he says, no, it's going to help. You know, it's going to help with your pregnancy. It's going to keep your spine aligned. And so I've been going since the whole 9 months of pregnancy. And also after I had Mark, he also gets adjusted. So he was getting adjusted when he was in the womb and then outside.
I went to a seminar, and at the seminar, Dr. Odell and Krista Odell were there, and she introduced me to them. At the time, we were trying to get pregnant, and we were talking to Dr. Odell about that, and he mentioned that chiropractic can help in situations where you're having issues with infertility or just trying to get pregnant. We had been trying for about 2.5 years at the time, and so I thought, well, worth a try, you know. So after the seminar, I came to see Dr. Odell. And then 6 months later, we got pregnant, and here she is.
Sometimes children, when they're a toddler, if they come in here and they've had a lot of medical care, they're really scared because they're afraid they're going to get poked with a needle or something. But you know, after like 2 visits, they are running up to that table and wanting to be here. And they don't cry. They are always like, I'm first, you know. It's neat because they know that they're getting care here and they're not going to get hurt. So most kids love it. So it's fun.
Our son had 5 ear infections within a month, and we were looking for alternatives because all the doctors were telling us they didn't know what was causing it, and we knew there must be a better solution than just pumping him full of antibiotics.
As soon as he sees a chiropractor, if he has any kind of congestion, anything, we see immediate improvement.
When they're on all this medication, it's going to suppress their immune system. It's going to suppress their ability to function as a child. And so when a child gets adjusted and they don't need that stuff, they're going to have better optimal function because their nervous system is on. We always say your power's on when you get adjusted. I mean, it's exactly that's what's happening, is their nervous system has no interference and it's working like it's supposed to.
All of life energy passes from our brain through the nerves. There's 31 pairs of nerve roots that exit off about every inch off the spine. So 31 pairs of nerve roots that feed the entire body. It's like the circuit board for your house. You open up the circuit board, there might be 20 or 30 switches, and they control all the electricity in the house. You turn off the one switch and your bathroom and bedroom light doesn't go on. You can go and flick the switch in the bathroom and bedroom, but it won't go on if it's shut down here.
I had been diagnosed with degenerative arthritis in my spine, and so that sort of led to my coming here. Doctors diagnosed it as, and told me that if I didn't have surgery on it, I was going to end up like Superman, paralyzed from neck down. So that gave me a real scare. And I talked to Dr. Odell about it, and he said, we'll have you feeling great in no time. So I started my care with him. Haven't had any problems.
For more information on Odell Family Chiropractic, visit odellfamilychiropractic.com. A little bit of help is always needed when running a business. Love and a little push from a spouse, parents, or family tradition can help a business owner move in the right direction. It is family businesses like these that continue to thrive in the local area. For more information on business matters and other Southfield Cable 15 shows, visit us on Facebook by logging on to facebook.com, searching for Southfield Cable 15, and clicking like. Thank you for tuning in to this month's edition of Business Matters.